Ever wondered about the transition former U.S. presidents undergo in their travel experiences? Once the grandeur of presidential transportation is behind them, do they pine for the royal treatment, or do they embrace the return to civilian life with enthusiasm? Let's delve into the intriguing journey beyond the presidency. Donald J. Trump. Before delving into politics, Donald Trump, the tycoon behind the Trump Organization and famed for The Apprentice, was accustomed to extravagant travel. Even before his presidency, he reveled in private jets, limousines, and yachts, quite the departure from the norm for us mere mortals. Some joke that Trump had never driven himself, but in reality, he expressed missing the experience barely 100 days into his presidency. His car collection, including a Ferrari F430 and a 1956 Rolls-Royce, hinted at his penchant for powerful rides. However, the privilege of driving was abruptly curtailed for Trump. Thanks to a law enacted after President Kennedy's assassination in 1963, former presidents are legally prohibited from driving publicly for security reasons. The Former Presidents Act of 1958 ensures their perpetual safety, assigning trained Secret Service agents as chauffeurs. While Trump's impressive car fleet is now off limits, the security protocol comes with the perk of being considered an invaluable national asset, safeguarded with elite protection. Trump's travel extends beyond the road, including air travel on his notable Boeing 757, dubbed Trump Force One. This aircraft, assembled during his 2016 campaign, holds sentimental value, despite Air Force One taking precedence during his presidency. Now, post-presidency, Trump gladly resumes flying worldwide on his Boeing 757, even amid legal challenges. His recent trips to answer legal cases, including the one in Georgia, showcase his style, going to court in a private jet, equipped with luxuries like a private bedroom and gold-plated seatbelts. Trump's continued use of his jet reinforces his commitment to maintaining a distinct lifestyle, legal battles notwithstanding. Barack Obama. Before his presidency, Barack Obama lacked the immense wealth of Donald Trump, but that didn't mean he didn't enjoy some presidential perks. His net worth, around $1.3 million at the start of his term, couldn't buy private jets, but it did afford him a ride in the impressive Cadillac One, aptly nicknamed the Beast. This heavily armored vehicle, used throughout his presidency, was a marvel of security, equipped with features like night vision optics, tear gas cannons, and even a sealed interior for protection against chemical attacks. Obama also experienced luxurious air travel aboard Air Force One, a mobile command center where he held meetings while jet-setting across 58 countries in 52 international trips. Yet post-presidency, certain aspects changed. Like other ex-presidents, he's legally barred from driving on public roads, a fact he openly lamented, expressing a longing for the simple pleasure of driving along Lakeshore Drive. Air travel, however, took a different turn for the Obamas. While during his presidency, the U.S. government covered their air travel costs, post-presidency, it's on their own dime. With a net worth of around $70 million, primarily from high-paying speaking engagements, Obama's family opts for private jets and occasionally indulges in multi-million-dollar yacht trips funded by close associates. Despite this lifestyle, Obama faces criticism for its environmental impact, given his administration's focus on climate change. Bill Clinton. It's fair to say that Bill Clinton's exit from the presidency didn't go as smoothly as he would have preferred. Despite his initial popularity during his first term, his second term got a bit messy with the scandal involving a White House intern, leading to impeachment. Although he was acquitted by the Senate, it did impact his ratings and position within his party. However, post-presidency, Clinton became more involved in the Clinton Foundation, a nonprofit aiming to strengthen global interdependence. The foundation runs various programs, including the Clinton Health Access Initiative providing health care in needed areas, the Clinton Climate Initiative advocating for climate justice, and the Clinton Development Initiative targeting the root causes of poverty in Africa. Running the foundation has kept Clinton busy and relevant, demonstrating his commitment to making a positive impact. Despite his extensive travels for foundation work, using chartered planes and even commercial flights, Clinton faces criticisms over his transportation choices. On the other hand, Hillary Clinton, while being more visible due to her presidential campaigns, has faced scrutiny for her use of private jets, especially considering her stance on climate change. Critics argue that her frequent air travel contradicts her commitment to a greener future. This became a significant issue during her 2015 Climate Change Initiative announcement when she was spotted at a private air terminal, giving opponents ammunition to portray her as out of touch with everyday Americans. While these criticisms may not have significantly affected public perception, as evidenced by her popular vote win in 2016, they did impact her campaign. The use of private jets created a perception that she was disconnected from the working class, contradicting her campaign message. Despite defending her travel choices as necessary for efficiency and security, the optics clashed with her overall narrative. George W. Bush. George Bush faced one of the most intense moments of his presidency when the Twin Towers and the Pentagon were attacked on September 9, 2001. While visiting Emma E. Booker Elementary School in Sarasota, he was informed of the World Trade Center attack. To ensure his safety, Bush was quickly put on Air Force One, a Boeing 747 that had to take off almost vertically for security. The plane didn't land until a secure perimeter was confirmed around Washington, D.C., and it could be refueled in the air, allowing it to stay airborne for days if needed. During this time, fighter jets were scrambled to escort Air Force One, a historic first. Despite the tense situation, Bush continued to run the country with the advanced telecommunications on board. Colonel Mark Tillman, the commander and pilot of Air Force One, highlighted the unity and mission to protect the United States during that critical period. Since leaving office, George Bush opted for a quieter life in Texas, retiring after an unpopular term marked by expensive wars and economic recession. While keeping a low profile, he and his wife, Laura Bush, are active in the Bush Institute, part of a center in Dallas that focuses on education, democracy, global health, and poverty reduction. Bush also took up painting as a hobby. He occasionally uses private jets for personal travel, with an incident in 2013 requiring an emergency landing due to smoke in the cockpit. Bush is known for his Prairie Chapel Ranch, a vast property in Texas with stunning views, a fishing lake, canyons, and a swimming pool. The airspace above the ranch is restricted, allowing Bush the freedom to drive on his property, often seen in his 2013 Ford F-150 pickup truck. While he may not share his father's love for sailing, George W. Bush values the privacy of his personal life and is rarely seen in public. Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, the 39th President of the United States, holds the distinction of being the oldest living ex-president. Renowned for his charisma, sincerity, and humility, Carter made significant contributions during his presidency. He pardoned all Vietnam War draft evaders early in his term and implemented a national energy policy encompassing conservation, price control, and new technology. His achievements include successful negotiations such as the Camp David Accords, the Panama Canal Treaties, and the second round of strategic arms limitation talks, impacting millions through vital peacekeeping agreements. Despite these accomplishments, Carter lost his re-election bid to Ronald Reagan in 1980. Following his presidency, he founded the Carter Center, focusing on promoting human rights. His efforts earned him the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. In subsequent years, Carter extensively traveled for peace negotiations, election monitoring, and efforts to combat infectious diseases. During his presidency, Carter used the iconic 1972 Lincoln Continental and the Air Force One aircraft. However, since the mid-1970s, the former President's Act meant he hadn't driven himself. Now, At 99 years old, Carter rarely ventures out due to health concerns. Nevertheless, he remains active with the Carter Center. Known for his humble and frugal lifestyle, Carter's travel habits align with his modest approach. Unlike other ex-presidents, he favored commercial flights, even flying economy class. This down-to-earth choice endeared him to the American people, portraying him as relatable to the common citizen. In 2018, a viral video captured him shaking hands and smiling with fellow passengers on a commercial jet. Carter also demonstrated an appreciation for unconventional transportation, occasionally traveling by Amtrak, showcasing his commitment to environmental conservation. His use of private planes was minimal, and when employed, he opted for smaller, more environmentally friendly aircraft. Apart from air travel, Carter embarked on road trips, often in modest cars driven by Secret Service agents. In 2021, he received a 1946 Ford Super Deluxe convertible as a gift, reinforcing his connection to everyday citizens. Carter's international travels focused on humanitarian efforts, often promoting causes ranging from public health initiatives to conflict resolution. He actively engaged in projects like Habitat for Humanity, personally participating in building homes for those in need. In contrast to luxurious retreats, Carter preferred modest accommodations, staying in local inns or private residences. His travel choices reflected his values and principles, emphasizing simplicity, accessibility, and hands-on engagement with the world. Described by some as a wonderful human being, despite criticism of his presidency, Jimmy Carter's approach to travel exemplifies a leadership style rooted in humility, empathy, and a genuine desire to make a positive impact on the lives of others.